Previously on BJ Fletcher, Private Eye.
That's not his address.
It's not the gallery's address either.
I'll just meet up with you guys later.
Even when her and Jenna moved to England.
Are we going to talk about this or not?
How long have you known George?
A month? It's the best opportunity.
So when do you leave?
2 weeks.
Well, I guess we better get this case all wrapped up. Let's roll.
Steal! She obviously came over here earlier. She tore through the whole place.
Looks like he was planning to sell one of the gallery's collections to a private buyer for $3.1 million.
I got plane tickets here.
I got a time and place here.
There's just one exam left and then I am done. Did you talk to Miss Kinsey?
Yeah, and the name on the bank account Frank opened is his mother's. We need to handle this covertatious lative.
Yeah, but what's the plan?
Well, Frank's mother has a seniors book club meeting every Friday afternoon. We need to find 2 older women willing to stealthologically go undercover in our stead. She leaves in less than 2 weeks. I can't believe she didn't even tell me.
I told you should have told her how you felt before you lost her.
I'm the Cagney to her Lacey, the Rizzoli to her Isles, the Zena to her Gabrielle.
Maybe you can still tell her how you feel.
No, I can't ruin things for her. She's obviously happy with Jenna.
And what makes you think she wouldn't be happier with you?
So, do you have children, Mrs. Cooper?
So I'm afraid my Frank is much the same. I haven't seen him for months, actually. He's married to an odious woman. Sometimes I think she's trying to work him into an early grave so she can live off his benefits.
Mrs. Kinsey clearly wants us to find her husband so that she can kill him and live off his money, just as Mrs. Cooper said.
Look, I think you're jumping to conclusions here.
What if Mrs. Kinsey knows about the $1 million deal that Frank is planning? What if she intends to kill him after the deal is done and make off with the loot?
Why don't we just go to Mrs. Kinsey's house and ask her?
Right, let's go there, break in and see what we can find.
No.
You know what? I believe this is what they refer to as breaking and entering.
What is it? What? What?
Nice work, George. Looks like Mrs. Kinsey took out an insurance policy on Frank worth $2 million. Jumping to conclusions, eh? It's all right, George. Your silence is apology enough.
I've been looking for a red suede pump.
As every good private investigator knows, murder is the 3rd highest cause of death in 62% of murder cases. Preventing that murder from happening can cut that number in half. Sometimes even the risk of losing a paycheck can make saving a life worthwhile.
Fletcher, are you going to test me or not?
George, how can you think of school at a time like this when the clock is ticking on Frank Kinsey's life? Like a big swinging pendulum of deathness.
Well, because my last exam is in an hour and a half and you promised me you'd help me study.
Fine.
Look, Mrs. Kinsey hired us to locate her husband, so that has to be our #1 priority. And why would she hire us to find him if she was just going to murder him when we did?
Maybe she really doesn't know where he is. And as you know, the first step to committing murder is to know where your victim is. Says so right there.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, no, it doesn't. But Mrs. Kinsey did take out that insurance policy 3 months ago when she was already planning on divorcing him. Isn't murder the next logical step?
Okay, I will admit that is a tad suspicious.
Aha.
Yes, but suspicion does not equal guilt, and it does say that right here. So, are you going to help me study or not? Look, to be honest with you, there is something weird about this case. I just can't put my finger on it.
I think we have to stake out Frank's art deal tomorrow night. At least we'll know he'll be there.
See? Now there's a plan.
And if Mrs. Kinsey shows up to murder him, we'll know that I was right.
Fine. But we do need to be finished by 8 because I have Jenna's farewell dinner from work and she will kill me if I'm late.
I mean, it's going to be 8 o'clock and I'm going to send the tea party.
Fletch, adult voice.
Fine, we will be done by 8. Now, you going to let me test you or not?
Go for it.
What is the effect of a Section 39 order?
I'm screwed.
No, absolutely not.
Fletch.
Sorry, I'm not letting George on my side. We have dinner in an hour and a half.
Jenna.
Listen, this is completely against protocol.
What protocol? You can't even spell protocol.
I have more protocol than you'll ever have.
But that doesn't even make sense.
Enough.
It's ridiculous.
Protocol, please.
Look, Jenna's coming with us.
That's right.
Yeah, and Jenna, this is Fletcher's case. You have to do whatever she says.
Ha! Wait, George?
Look, we're running out of time.
That's exactly my point.
The meeting's in a half hour. We have plenty of time.
Yeah, but we haven't even figured out how we're going to get past security and into the storeroom yet.
Of course I have.
Oh yeah? How's that go then?
Listen, when you've run as many covertational operations as I have, you
Oh
learn
my
a thing or
god,
two
are you
about
going to
working
bore
the
us into
system.
unconsciousness or do you actually have a point?
Jenna.
Sorry. What is your plan then, Fletcher?
You know, a clipboard and a confident way will get you into any building in the world.
It will.
Of course, I've done this like a million times, trust me.
Do you even have a clipboard?
We gotta make one stop.
Can I help you with something?
No, we're good.
Where are you going?
It's a funny story. We are on our way in there, because the panel, it's in the box.
Interesting. Can I see some kind of ID?
Okay. ID. We're from the Federal Pesticides and Toxic Materials Investigations Unit, and we got a call about a possible 217 happening on the 3rd floor of your facility. Now, if we don't contain this immediately, it's going to turn into a exploding 398. Ms. Security, and it will be all your fault. Now, are we going to debate about this? Call it in. Thank you. Well, that was subtle.
Wait.
Shh. Do you hear something?
No, I just want her to stop talking.
Oh my God.
It's quiet. Too quiet. I wonder if Steele is here.
Who?
Oh, the PI that the gallery hired to find Frank.
Oh, yes, when they double-crossed you and then ditched you once she got all the information she needed.
Yeah, that one.
Quiet! Did you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Ladies,
Does she ever stop talking?
Hi.
We're doing our job. Nice freight elevator, and the way those doors go up and down. I mean,
Now!
Same thing here.
Calmly and quietly. Who are you and what are you doing in my gallery?
First of all, let me assure you that we are all highly trained professionals who care deeply about the bad things going on in your gallery.
Except for me.
Except for her.
I don't care what happens. George, I'll be in the car.
Yeah, I'll be there in just a minute.
Subter what? Who are you?
I'm BJ Fletcher, Private Eye. You've probably heard of me.
No.
Look, we were hired to find Frank Kinsey.
As you know, he's been missing for quite some time, and we got a tip that he'd be here tonight.
Missing? Frank? He's been out of town arranging a new exhibit for the gallery. The negotiations were very hush-hush, but it finally came through. And he's here tonight waiting for the shipment to come in.
Out of town?
Look, then why did you hire a private investigator to find him?
We never hired any investigator.
But Mrs. Kinsey said...
Katerina, she was just here.
She was?
Yes, she wanted to see Frank, and she knew that he was here waiting for the shipment, so she decided to come and wait with him.
Look, if this was all so hush-hush, then how did she even know about it? The only people that knew were you and us and...
Steele.
Oh my God, Fletch, what if you were right?
Do you know how much time we would save if you'd only accept that as fact?
Where is Mrs. Kinsey now?
I sent her down the road to our shipping warehouse where Frank is.
Secret private office. When was that?
About 15 minutes ago.
Oh my God, Fletch, maybe there's still time.
Double time it, sister. Let's roll.